Just go ahead and mute everybody. Perfect. And then I want you to lift all 10 toes. You can even bring your hands to your hips as you look down to your feet. And I want you lift all 10 toes, right? I want you to tone up your lower abdominals and then look down and press your big toe down. And then keep pressing your big toe down. And then I want you to add your baby toe. And then bring all the toes down. Right? And as you feel that sensation of pressing the soles of the feet down, I want you to hug the muscles of the legs a little bit closer to the bone, right? Keep the tone of the lower abdominals. Bring your hands down by your sides with your thumbs pointing forward to start, and even spread your fingers out just a little bit, right? And as you inhale, think about lifting up through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, reach your fingertips down towards your pinky toes. Now, as you reach down towards your pinky toes, now I want you to turn your palms to face forward and see if you can bring your pinky to the side of your thigh or your hip. One more cycle of breath here with that same action of inhaling and lifting up. And on your exhale, it's like you're reaching fingertips down and really spreading out through the toes and feeling the soles of the feet. And with the next inhale, we'll reach the arms up, look up to the thumbs, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back to plank. Just a bonus breath here. I want you to inhale, look forward slightly, and on the exhale, lower all the way down, hips and shoulders down at the same time. Point the toes, lift the heart, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. 5 breaths here. See if the inhale and the exhale can be through the nose. 1. 2, spread your fingers wide. 3. 4. And 5. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold, head is heavy. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up overhead, palms to touch, look up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back, lower all the way down, same exhale. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. 1. 2. Press into the inside of the palm of the hand. So think between the thumb and the pointer finger. And as you press into the palm, think about lengthening out the side of the body. 3. Nice, Sierra. 4. 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet forward. Inhale, lift the gaze, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up overhead, palms to touch, look up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, that halfway lift, think long spine. Exhale, plant the palms, step the feet back, lower all the way down. Same exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. 5 breaths. 1. Maybe soften the knees just a little bit. See if the heels can come closer to the floor. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, long spine. Exhale, forward fold, head is heavy. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, reach the arms up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do one more like that. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step the feet back to plank, lower all the way down. Think hips and shoulders down at the same time. Inhale, cobra. Nice, Kirsten. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. 1. Right? Let the head hang heavy and think about softening the shoulders away from the ears. So you have this really long neck. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet forward. Inhale, look forward, long spine. Exhale, forward fold, head is heavy. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, reach the arms up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Bring your big toes to touch. Bring the arms down by the side of the body. And then I want you to draw the lower abdominals in. And again, thumbs point forward. It's like you're reaching the fingertips down towards the floor. Now bend the knees. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plant the palms, step or float the feet back through chaturanga. Inhale, pull through to up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Right foot forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Palms touch, look up. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back, lower halfway. Inhale, pull through, open the chest. Exhale, back to down dog. Left foot forward. You'll inhale, bring it up to warrior 1. So the palms touch, look up. Exhale, release the hands down. Chaturanga, left side. Inhale, pull through. Exhale, back to down dog. 5 breaths. 1. With your next exhale, hug the lower ribs in a little bit more. 2. 3. 4. And 5. You're going to look forward, walk or float the feet forward. And as you look forward, lift up halfway. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, heel toe the feet together. Inhale, bend the knees, chair. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, pull through to up dog. Exhale, back to down dog, right foot forward. You'll inhale, come up to warrior 1. Exhale, chaturanga, right side. The inhale pulls through to up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Left foot forward. Inhale up to warrior 1. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Step the left foot back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 1. Right, so see if you can have that little bend in the knee. So then start to take your tailbone up towards the ceiling. And by pressing into your palms, you send your heels closer to the floor. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Look forward. Walk or float the feet forward. So you come to the top of the mat in a halfway lift, and then exhale, forward fold. Head is heavy. Inhale, bend the knees, chair. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Right foot forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forward. Inhale up to warrior 1. Exhale, chaturanga, left side. Inhales to up dog. Exhale, down dog. 1. Press into the big toe and the baby toe of both feet. 2. Right, so really noticing where your body's touching the mat. So the soles of the feet, right, and the hands. 3. 4. And 5. Look forward. Walk or float your feet forward, coming into the halfway lift. Exhale, fold in, head's heavy. Inhale, bend the knees, chair, arms come up. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together in front of the heart. Inhale, bend the knees, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, shoulders back. Exhale, down dog, right foot forward. Inhale up to warrior 1, palms touch, look up. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat, step the right foot back, lower halfway. Inhale, pull through. Exhale, down dog, left foot forward. Inhale up to warrior 1, palms touch, look up. Exhale, release the hands down, chaturanga. Inhale, pull through. Exhale, back to down dog. 5 breaths. 1, right? Letting the inhale and exhale be through the nose. 2. 3. 4. And 5. So you'll inhale, look forward. Keep looking forward as you walk or float your feet forward. You come to the top of the mat in that halfway lift, and then fold in, head is heavy. Bend the knees, inhale, chair, arms come up. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together in front of the heart. Perfect, let's do one more. Inhale, chair, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, pull through to up dog. There's a pause here, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, back to down dog, nice Sierra. Right foot forward. Inhale up to warrior 1. Tone up the lower abdominals, right? Find your stability. Exhale, release the hands down, chaturanga. Inhale, pulls through to up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Left foot forward. Tone up the lower abdominals as you inhale, lift up, lengthen, and then exhale, release the hands down, chaturanga. Inhale, pull through, open the chest, shoulders back, nice. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or float the feet forward. Exhale, forward fold, head is heavy. Sarah's dog's being super cute. Inhale, bend your knees, chair, arms up. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands together in front of the heart. Separate your feet about hip distance apart. Bring your hands to your hips, right? And still toes pointing forward, heels pointing back. You're gonna hinge forward at the hip so you can grab a hold of the big toes. Think you're gonna grab a hold of your big toes with the first 2 fingers of each hand, like a hook. Yeah. Now, straight arms. Inhale, look forward. And on your exhale, fold in. Yeah, as you start to bend your elbows, think about pointing your elbows towards the back of your mat. 1, 2, 3. When you inhale, think about breathing into the back of the body, like between the shoulder blades. Blah, can't talk. 4, and 5. Inhale, look forward, straight arms. Exhale, release your big toes. Slide your hands underneath your feet, coming into Padahastasana. Think your toes are gonna be all the way up to your wrists. So bend your knees enough that you can have that happen. And then I want you to lift your right heel, like you're stepping on your right hand, and like wiggle your toes around and massage the sole of the hand and get a nice stretch through the front of the forearm. And then lower the right heel. Let's switch sides. Take your left heel up and then like wiggle the toes around. And then let's lower the left heel down. We're gonna inhale, straight arms, look forward, and then exhale, bend your elbows in opposite directions and tuck the head in. 1, stay here for 3 breaths. 2, soften the shoulders. 3, soften the neck, the head. Okay, inhale, look forward. Exhale, release one hand at a time and bring your hands to your hips. Nice. Inhale, come all the way up. And then feet together, Samastitihi, hands together in front of the heart. Inhale, let's step the right foot back. Turn to face the long edge of the mat. Turn your right toes out and then reach through your right fingertips. Right hand to your right shin, left arm up to the ceiling. Trikonasana, 5 breaths. Think about pressing down through the soles of the feet. 1, 2, 3. Extend through the crown of the head. 4, and 5. Inhale, come all the way up. Turn your right toes forward, turn your left toes out. Reach through your left fingertips, left hand to your left shin, right arm up. 1. Press into the big toe and the baby toe of the left foot. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn your left toes in. Turn your right toes out. Reach the left arm up. Full breath in here. As you exhale, come forward halfway. So as you come forward, think we're lengthening the left side of the body and ultimately reaching towards the top right corner of your mat. And keep reaching till your fingertips touch the floor. Now maybe you bring your left hand to the inside of the right foot or the outside, and then take your right arm up, revolve triangle. 1, 2, everyone's favorite. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come all the way up, turn to face the long edge of the mat, hands to your hips, turn to the left. So think shoulders and hips are squared to the front of your mat now. Reach your right arm up. We're gonna do the same thing. As you come forward, right, you kind of like lengthen out, stop at this halfway point, and then it's almost like you're trying to reach your right fingertips towards the left corner, top corner of your mat, and then come all the way down till your fingertips touch the floor, and then you decide, is your left hand going on the inside? I'm sorry, not your left hand. Your right hand going to the inside of the left foot or the outside. Make your choice, and then take your left arm up. 1, 2, 3, keep pressing down into the big toe of the left foot and the pinky toe. And that'll help like draw your left hip back a little bit. That was lovely, Jen. 4, and 5. Inhale, come all the way up. Turn to face the long edge of the mat. And then step your right foot forward to meet the left. Samasthiti, hands together in front of the heart. Inhale, step your right foot back. And we'll go a little bit wider this time. Turn your right toes out, bend your right knee like you're coming into a warrior 2. This is kind of like our starting point. Then we're gonna reach through the right fingertips, right hand to the outside of the right foot, or right forearm to the right thigh, left arm over the left ear. 1, 2, draw your right hip back, and then push your right knee forward just a tiny bit more. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come all the way up. Straighten your right leg, turn your right toes in, turn your left toes out. So start by bending your left knee like we're coming into warrior 2. And then reach through your left fingertips, bring your left forearm to your left thigh or the outside of your left foot. Reach your right arm over your right ear. 1, 2. Think about pressing down through the sole of the left foot to draw your left hip back a little bit, and then roll your right rib cage back. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come all the way up. Turn your left toes forward, hands to your hips. Let's turn to the right, lift your back heel, lower your back knee. So I wanna pause here for a second. And this isn't about going really deep into a lunge with our knee down, right? We're just kind of setting up so we can go into the twist. So hands together in front of your heart. Now, press your palms together, and as you inhale, reach the arms up and look up to the thumbs, tone up your lower abdominals. Now, bring your left elbow across to the outside of your right thigh. We're gonna pause here, okay? I want you to even make a fist with your left hand and bring your forehead to your fist. Yeah, and then as you inhale, think about breathing up between the shoulder blades, like you're trying to round your upper back. Isn't there a sculpture like this? The thinker. So we're gonna do the thinker something. Jen knows. And then with your exhale, like you get all this space in your upper back, then you're gonna slide your left elbow down further. And then maybe this is where you stop and bring your hands together in front of your heart, right? Option one, you keep your knee down, right? Option two, you lift your back knee up. We're gonna spend 5 breaths here. This looks really good. 1. But I do want you, if you're lifting your back knee, to fire up your left leg. 2. 3. And draw your right hip back. Woo! 4. And 5. Unwind. Let's come all the way up through center. Face the long edge of the mat. Bring your hands to your hips. Let's turn to face the left, and we'll kind of go into it in that slower way. So lift the back heel, lower the back knee. Hands together in front of your heart. So start by toning up the lower abdominals. As you press into your palms, take the arms up and look up. Now, bring your right elbow across to the outside of the left thigh, and we're gonna pause here, right? You're gonna make a fist with the right hand, bring your forehead to your fist. Now, as you inhale, really create space in your upper back, and then as you exhale, slide your right elbow down further, and then you can bring your hands together in front of your heart. Option 1 is knee down. Option 2, take your knee up. But if you're taking your knee up, it's not a halfway thing. You have to fire up your right leg. Oh, left side's easy side. 1. This is so good. 2. 3. 4. That's so good. And 5. Jen's doing a really good job. Inhale, come all the way up. Face the long edge of the mat, arms straight out from the shoulders. Now step your right foot forward to meet the left, hands together in front of the heart. Samastitihi. Beautiful. Inhale, step your right foot back. Take your arms to your hips. Not your arms, just your hands. Yeah. Toes pointing forward. So we want to tone up the lower abdominals so that when we inhale, it's almost like we feel like the rib cage is lifting up away from the hips. Now, as you exhale, forward fold, hands to the floor. And ultimately, we're trying to bring the palm of the hand down to the floor, like flat. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Inhale, look forward, straight arms. Exhale, hands to your hips. Use the strength of the legs. Inhale, come all the way up. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, take your arms out wide. Exhale, hands back to your hips. Now from here, I want you to kind of start to draw your elbows back, lift up through the heart, look up, full breath in, exhale, forward fold. Keep your hands on the hips for this variation. And what we're working on, right, is drawing the shoulders back and then letting the head hang heavy. So maybe you even bring your chin towards your chest a little bit more. Nice, Robin. 3, 2 more breaths. Bring the weight forward slightly out of your heels. Excuse me. Okay, with the next inhale, come all the way back up to standing. And then we're going to take the arms out wide, full breath in. Exhale, hands back to the hips. We'll do a little different variation today. So elbows back, lift up through the sternum, look up, inhale, exhale, forward fold, wide leg forward fold, prasarita. And we're gonna bring your hands to your big toes. Like the hook again. Now inhale, look forward, and then exhale, bend your elbows in opposite directions and let the head hang heavy. Right? And as you take your elbows in opposite directions, think about the shoulder blades sort of just working their way onto the back. Now you're gonna release your big toes and interlace your hands behind your back. Nice. And then maybe your weight comes forward just a tiny smidgen more. 2 more breaths. Let your shoulders be heavy here in the front. 1 more breath here. Kirsten, that looks really good. All right, inhale, come all the way up. Bring your hands to your hips. We're gonna step the right foot forward to meet the left, Samastitihi, hands together in front of the heart. We're gonna take the arms behind the back and you're gonna grab opposite hand to opposite elbow. Tone up the lower abdominals, step your right foot back. And this will be like the smallest step you've taken, and turn all the way to face the back of your mat. Inhale here, exhale, fold over the right leg. Right, so working on a lot of stability. So I want you to press into the big toe of the right foot and the baby toe, and then draw your right hip back a smidge. 2. Be mindful not to hyperextend the right knee. So see if you can bring a small little micro bend to the right knee as you draw your right hip back. 4. And 5. Inhale, come all the way up. Let's turn the right toes forward, the left toes out. And then same thing on the left side. So I find that somehow my stance gets really short when I do that transition. So maybe widen it out just a little bit, tone up the lower abdominals, and then fold over the left leg. And as you fold over the left leg, right, be mindful not to we don't want to press into the back of the knee. So little tiny bend in the knee, press into the big toe and the baby toe of the left foot, and then draw the left hip back. And think if there's anywhere you're going to extend, it's going to be through the front of the chest. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come all the way up. We're going to step the right foot forward to meet the left, hands together in front of the heart, Samastitihi. Lift your right knee, grab below on your shin, bring your left hand to your left hip. Tone up your lower abdominals. I really want this to be more about pressing down through the sole of the left foot. And then when you're ready, let's open up to the right. Draw your left shoulder back, look to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come back to center. On your exhale, bring your nose down towards your knee. Inhale, look forward. Bring your knee back to center, mommy. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Straighten your right leg. 3 breaths here. 1, 2, 3. Lower the right foot to meet the left and immediately lift the left knee. Grab right on the shin, right below the knee. So remember, this is more about the right leg. So press down through the sole of the right foot. Tone up the lower abdominals like you're lifting up through the chest. Now let's take it over to the left. Draw your right shoulder back and then look to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, nose towards your knee. Whee. Inhale, look forward. Release your left hand. So bring both hands to your hips. Straighten your left leg. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Lower your left foot to meet the right. So bring the weight into the left leg. Let's do figure 4, right side. Right ankle to your left thigh. Flex your left foot, send your hips back. Right, if it feels available, you can release both hands down to the floor. 3 more breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, look forward. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. Release your right foot down. Bring the weight into the right foot. Let's take left leg into figure 4. So remember, you have to keep your left foot flexed as you take your hips back. 1, 2. For the next 3 breaths, if you want, you can bring your hands down to the floor. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, look forward. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. Release your left foot down to meet the right. Samastitihi, hands together in front of the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plant the palms, step or float your way back through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk or float your feet forward to meet your hands. Bend your knees, chair. 5 breaths here. So arms up. Squeeze everything in towards the midline. 1, 2. Right, whenever I'm doing chair, I always think all the strength, right? All of the weight and the intention and the focus is waist down, right? Every time I exhale, I'm thinking like how strong I am, how connected I am to the floor. 3, but on the inhale, it's like the opposite. You're so light, right? It's like you inhale, you can soften the face, soften the jaw. Yeah, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plant the palms, step or float the feet back through. Chaturanga. Inhale, pull through. Exhale, back to down dog. Right foot forward. We're gonna do like an abbreviated held sun B. So warrior 1, right side, arms up, 3 breaths. As you exhale, I want you to think about pressing into the outside of the left foot and then bend your right knee a little bit more. Tone up the lower abdominals and then bring your palms to touch, look up. Beautiful. Okay, straighten your right leg, turn your right toes in, turn your left toes out. Warrior 1, left side. And just go as quickly as you can into it. We're only gonna be here for 3 breaths. 1, 2, remembering to press into the outside of the right foot. And then as you bend your left knee, draw your left hip back just a smidge. Perfect. Inhale. On the exhale, open up to warrior 2, left side. Right, you may need to adjust your stance just a little bit. 3 breaths. 1, bring all your fingers together so there's no spaces between your fingers. 2, maybe go a little deeper for the last breath. Nice. 3, straighten your left leg, turn your left toes forward, turn your right toes out. Warrior 2, right side, just going right into it. All the fingers together. And notice with all the fingers together, creating this line of energy from the left middle finger all the way through the right. 2, maybe for this last breath, we go a little deeper. Nice. And 3, release your hands down to the floor. Do a vinyasa. She's all collapsing. I give up. Look forward, dork. Walk or float your feet through and have a seat on the floor. And extend your legs out in front. Yay. Bring your hands next to your hips, coming into Dandasana. I agree. I think it's time for a little sip of coffee. Everybody seems to be in the same frame of mind. Okay, Dandasana. It does. It's nice. Perks, bonuses. Now, Dandasana can be a little bit challenging, right? So maybe start by bringing your hands just a little bit behind your hips so that you're almost like a kickstand and you can press down to lift up. Yeah, let me look at everybody. Whoops. Okay, now from here, you're just gonna fold forward, grab a hold of your big toes with the first 2 fingers of each hand. Inhale, look forward, exhale, fold in. Nice, Robin. Two more breaths here. All right, inhale, look forward. On your exhale, let's grab the outside of the feet, right? The pinky edge side of the foot. And just notice how that changes things. But first, look forward. Think about lifting up through the sternum just a little bit, and then exhale, folding in. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release your feet. Let's cross the legs, plant the palms, step the feet back to plank. On your exhale, you're gonna lower down either all the way or halfway, your choice. Inhale is a cobra or an up dog, and then exhale back to down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or float your feet through. Have a seat. Let's bend the knees, place the feet on the floor, bring your hands behind your hips. Give yourself a generous runway. So I want to say like 7 or 8 inches behind your hips. Traditionally, this is taken with fingertips pointing towards your hips. If this bothers your wrists, your elbows, or your shoulders at all, then we turn the hands out a little bit, right? So that we can redistribute the weight. Okay, tone up the lower abdominals. We'll take the hips up into reverse tabletop. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower the hips down, cross the legs, plant the palms, step the feet back to plank. Inhale here, exhale, lowers down. Inhale is cobra or up dog, opening the chest. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or float the feet through. Have a seat. So I want to bring the feet to the floor again and bend the knees. Bring your hands behind your hips one more time, but this time we're going to do the figure 4, right side. If you're looking for more intensity, from here, we start to walk the hands closer to the hips so that we're bringing the chest towards the shin bone of the right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's release that and just switch sides. All right, so release the right foot, bring the left ankle to the right side. And then remember, if you want more depth, you start to walk your hands closer to your hips and bring your chest closer to your shin. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go ahead and release that. You're gonna come forward, plant your palms, step your feet back to plank. Inhale here, exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or float your feet through. And this is a great time to have your blanket because we're gonna come into like a half virasana. So if you already know that this isn't something that you need a blanket for, then you'll have it and not need it, so that's fine. We'll take the right leg back behind so that the right heel is next to the right hip. So we wanna be mindful of the right foot so that you're on the top of the foot and it's not sickling out, you're not on the inside, and you're not sitting on your foot, right? It's not tucked in. If this causes any discomfort at all in your right ankle or your right knee, you're gonna take the blanket, well, if you're not gonna use it, I am. You're gonna place it underneath your left butt cheek, just for a little more support. Left leg's extended out in front, full breath in. On your exhale, walk your hands forward, 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, look forward. We're just gonna switch sides, right? So let's take the left leg back and the right foot forward. And if you are needing or wanting a prop on this side, you would place it underneath your right bum cheek, right? Make sure that your left foot is next to your left hip. This has to be okay on your knees and your ankles. Okay, guys, no pinching or pain. Inhale here, exhale, fold forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, let's release that. Come forward, plant your palms, find plank. Inhale here, exhale, you're gonna lower all the way down, right? Bring your forehead down to the mat and then bring your arms down by the side of the body so your palms are facing up. You're gonna press down into the tops of the feet. Yeah. Now, zip up your legs. And what I want you to do is just lift your legs, like an inch or 2. That's perfect. This is option 1. Option 2 is lifting your forehead and your chest up, but keeping the hands pressing down into the floor. 3 more breaths. Inhale here. Now, lower the legs, keep the chest lifted. Bring your hands next to your lowest ribs, and you're gonna press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, come into up dog, straight arms, straight legs. Exhale, back to down dog. Beautiful. Inhale, look forward. That was very nice. It was lovely. Come all the way through. Have a seat. Okay, Janu Shirshasana A, which is like my favorite one. So straighten your left leg out, bring the right foot to the inside of the left leg. And there's activation here. You are like pressing your right heel into your left thigh. Sit up tall, full breath in. Now exhale, fold over the left leg. Right? If it's easy breezy, go ahead and grab your right wrist with your left hand on the sole of the foot. So going past your hands. That's intense. 1, 2, 3. Pressing your left heel down towards the floor. 4. and 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release your bind. Okay, straighten your right leg out, bend your left knee, bring the sole of the left foot to the inside of the right leg. Sit up tall. Remember, you're pressing your left foot into your right thigh and then fold over your right leg. And if you're taking the bind, if you can reach past your feet, then this time you would grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand, right? Because we want to just lengthen the entire left side of the body. 2, 3. Drop your left shoulder down just a little bit, Sierra. Yes, perfect. 4. And 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release the hands. Cross the legs, plant the palms, step or float the feet back through. And we'll meet in down dog. So you can take any variation that you like. Perfect. And I lied. Come forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Let's do another back bend. Nice. Okay, bend your knees. Reach back with your hands and grab your feet. Yes. I like to flex my feet, right? I feel like sometimes my feet are slippery because, again, all the lotions and oils that I use to try to be youthful and not cracked and dry. He keeps my hands from slipping off my feet. So with the feet flexed, I want you to press your feet into your hands to lift your chest and press the tops of the thighs down into the floor. So it's a little bit different of a Dhanurasana, yeah? 2 more breaths. And then you'll get a kiss from a dog maybe. And then lower all the way down. Oh, release your feet. And then you know what? Keep your knees bent and kind of windshield wiper your legs back and forth just a little bit. Release your lower back. Perfect. So I want you to try it a little bit different this time. Go ahead and reach back, grab a hold of your feet. And instead of pressing the tops of the thighs down, I want you to press your hands or your feet into your hands and see if you can get your legs up off the floor. Beautiful. Maybe even creating a little bit of a rocking sensation as you inhale and inflate the lungs and your chest lifts up. And then as you exhale, right, the legs come up. 1 more breath like that. Oh, lower down. Yeah, maybe you bring a little bend to the knee and just kind of windshield wiper the legs and get a little tiny release through the back. And then bring your hands below your shoulders, bring your hips to your heels, come into child's pose. Perfect. So from here, let's take the hips up, come into down dog. Walk or float your feet all the way through and come onto your back. Yeah, coffee time, coffee break, coffee break. It is. Okay, so as you come onto your back, I want you to straighten your legs out and then zip up your legs. Yeah, point your toes, zip up your legs. Bring your left hand on top of your left thigh. Yeah, take your right leg up. Supta Padangusthasana. Grab a hold of your big toe. Doesn't matter if you have a bend in your knee, but I want you to grab a hold of the big toe with the first 2 fingers. Think left leg, right? Left leg is straight. You're pointing the toes and then start to press your right heel up towards the ceiling as much as it feels available to you. And then you're going to lift the head and shoulders. Nice. 3 breaths. Tone up the lower abdominals. Nice, Kirsten. So lift up the chest a little bit more. Yes, perfect. Okay. Lower the shoulders, lower the head. Now open up to the right and look to the left. 3 more breaths. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lift the head and shoulders again. Inhale, lower the head. Exhale, release the right foot, lower it all the way down to meet the left. Point the toes, zip up the legs. Bring your right hand to the top of your right thigh. Take your left leg up, grab a hold of the big toe. So think, this is all about right leg right now. So press down into the top of the thigh, point your toes. Think about trying to send the back of the right thigh down to the floor. Now, as you start to straighten your left leg, let's inhale, lift the head, lift the shoulders, 3 breaths here. So think, it's like the strength through the back of the body, the engagement through the lower abdominals is lifting the chest up. 1 more breath here. Exhale, lower the head and shoulders. Open up to the left, look to the right. 1, 2, 3. Are you warming up? Yeah. Okay. 4 and 5. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, 1 more time. Lift the head and shoulders. Inhale, lower the head back down. Exhale, release the left leg slowly down to meet the right. 1 full cycle of breath here. Bend the knees, place your feet on the floor. Arms down by the side of the body. And let's bend the elbows so the forearms come up, palms are facing. Lift the hips up, release the hands down to the floor, right? And maybe walk the shoulders underneath you just a little bit. 5 breaths, right? See if you can resist the knees going apart from each other, right? So squeezing everything in towards the midline. 3, 4, and 5. Lower the hips all the way down. 1 breath here. Okay, bend your elbows, forearms come up, palms are facing. I want you to take a full breath in here. On your exhale, press into the backs of the arms. Like, see if you can start to get your shoulders on your back a little bit more here. Now, inhale, take your hips up. On your exhale, release your hands down, interlace them behind your back. See if you can rock your upper body back and forth, getting them a little more underneath, right? This is your inhale. On the exhale, lower the hips down just until you get to your hands. And then inhale, take it back up. Exhale, lower down. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, lower down. Last one. Let's take it up and hold here for 5 breaths. Right? And your bum should feel like it's working, or mine does. I don't know. Jen, does yours? Okay, good. Then everyone else's should too, because if ours is, right? My point being is, don't let it take a vacation. It has to work. You have to feel like you're pressing down through the soles of the feet, right? Using your glutes to lift your hips up and keep a tone through the lower abdominals. That's probably about 5. So let's release the hands, but keep your hips up high. Bring your arms up overhead and then press into the backs of the hands. And I want you to feel, without actually moving your feet, like you're pulling your heels towards your shoulders. Nice. 1 more breath here. And then lift your heels and lower all the way down. Nice. Bring your arms down by the side of the body. 1 full cycle of breath here. Nice. Let's all do 1 full wheel, right? So bring your hands over your shoulders. Your fingertips can either be pointing towards your shoulders or pointing away from one another. Maybe bring your heels a little bit closer to your bum. We're going to start by just lifting the hips, right? If it feels more available to you to lift and come onto the top of the head before you push all the way up, you're more than welcome to do that. But we're gonna inhale, take it all the way up. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower all the way back down. And then you're gonna hug your knees in, rock yourself all the way up to your seat, extend the legs out, and fold forward. Right, nice and gentle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release that. So cross your legs, plant your palms, step your feet back to plank, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to child's pose. Right, so bring your hips back. I want to flip it upside down, but it doesn't have to be headstand. So I'm going to give you a couple of different variations. You are more than welcome to go next to your wall, or sometimes I used to do it kind of up by my couch so that if I did tip, I would land on cushion. Soft spots, yeah, it's all good. You don't necessarily even have to take your legs up though. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna come down to your forearms, and a nice way to measure this is to grab opposite hand to opposite elbow, right? And that's like the perfect distance, but for your hands to be. And then we're gonna interlace all 10 fingers. And then I really like to take that bottom pinky and sort of tuck it in so it doesn't get smushed. You're gonna bring the top of the head between the forearms, curl the back toes under, lift the hips, right? This is option 1, pressing into your forearms so you don't have a lot of weight on the head. Option 2, start to tiptoe your feet closer to your elbows, right? Maybe we take the legs up. We're holding here for 12 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Lower all the way down. And let's come back to child's pose. It's hard to count upside down. I bet it's good for your brain though. For this child's pose, bring your forehead to the floor, bring your arms down by the side of the body, and just breathe here. One more breath. Nice, come all the way up. And let's find a comfortable seat. It can be in full lotus. It can be just with a simple cross of the legs. Turn this down. Once you find the comfortable seat, we're gonna take the left arm behind the back, and then you're gonna bring your right arm back and grab opposite hand to opposite elbow. Tone up the lower abdominals, take a full breath in. On the exhale, you're gonna fold forward. 5 breaths. 1, let the inhale and exhale be through the nose. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come all the way up. You're gonna release one hand at a time, and then bring your thumb and pointer finger to touch. So backs of the hands resting on the knees. We're gonna lift up through the chest. Think about sitting up tall, and then with the eyes, look down the nose. And again, the inhale and exhale are through the nose. And we're trying to lengthen it out, right? And when we lengthen the breath out, I don't feel like it means that we're necessarily taking in more air, right? But maybe we're just taking air in at a slower pace. So try that. And same thing with the exhale, not letting it come out in a rush of breath, but more of a controlled, slow release. And that was 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. We're going to release the hands next to the hips, right? Press down into your palms, lift your butt, look up to the ceiling with your eyes. 1, 2. See if you can even draw the pelvic floor in and up. 3, 4, and 5. Lower your hips down. Move through one last vinyasa, and then we're going to lay down on our backs and be cozy. Right, so when you come into down dog, you'll look forward and lay back all the way. Yeah. And since you're at home and you have all the things, right, you can use a pillow or a blanket underneath your head. You can bring it over your pelvis, roll it up, and you can put it, I don't necessarily put it under my knees when I'm supporting my legs, but I take it a little bit higher, kind of under my thighs, just to help get a release through the lower back. And then let's bring one hand to your navel and one hand to your heart. And open and close the jaw a couple of times. Release any tension in the neck and the face. Start to deepen the breath. And with the next inhale, bring the arms up overhead and come into a full body stretch. Bending one knee at a time, place your feet on the floor. And rolling onto your right side. Just taking a pause here. And coming all the way up to your seat. Just keeping the eyes closed and the body heavy. We're going to bring the hands together in front of the heart. Gently bowing the head. With your mind, offering your heart perfect gratitude. Gratitude for beating, pumping blood, moving oxygen through the body. Gratitude to your heart for being your center and your space for kindness and forgiveness and joy. I want you to offer yourself all of those things. I want to thank you for sharing your practice and your energy with us this morning.